Hey everyone, welcome back. This time we are traveling Europe. So please stay tuned for the further clips here in the channel The Ideas Can Travel. We had already set up our fast track immigration, so our immigration was done in just a minute. Um, hey everyone, welcome back to this channel The Ideas Can Travel. This is Chetan Desai. Today I'm heading to Paris. So the flight is from Bangalore and we have booked Qatar Airlines, which costed us about 60 or 55,000 Indian currency, one-way ticket from Bangalore. It has a stopover at Doha for 2 hours, and then from there we'll be heading to Charles de Gaulle Paris Airport. So yeah, so we'll be landing in the afternoon tomorrow at around 2 p.m. So yeah, at Bangalore airport we got done with immigration and also the security check. And while at the time of ticket verification, they also did ask for written tickets, which we did have. Because what they mentioned was people overstay for more than the number of days permitted in the visa. So in that case, the government of the Europe would charge the airlines and also the respective customers. So please be sure to book your return tickets as well if you're flying to Europe. So yeah, that's it. So the next morning I'll be talking from Paris, which is 3.5 hours behind India, and I'll see you there. Thank you. So this is Terminal 3, and we got the Navigo pass, and we are heading to the Roissy Pole bus stations from where you can go to the central Paris. Hey everyone, so we finally made it to Paris. So we just got out of the airport and we are in the shuttle, the bus. So we are heading to Porte de La Chapelle from here. So you can buy tickets online, or also there are a lot of kiosks here at the bus station, which is called as Roissy Pole bus station at the Terminal 3. So if you are at Terminal 1, you can take free shuttles to Terminal 3, and from here you can take the buses to the central Paris. So we are doing the same. You can also, if you don't have the tickets, you can just buy the tickets here with the credit card on board here in the bus. or if you want to purchase a ticket, you can do it from the kiosk as well. So the immigration was pretty smooth. All they asked was just your passport, and they'll scan your face, and they'll ask for your fingerprints, and they pretty much checked out all your other visas. So it was pretty good. So yeah, that's it. So we are heading in the Shimas. I'll update you. If you want to call the emergencies here in France, you can call 112 for any of the like fire, police, or any emergencies. You can do that, and all the numbers here do come with +33, just like what you have as 91 in India. Here it's at +33, and we took a eSIM from Iralo, which costed us $100. So the perks of that is you don't have to purchase a physical SIM card and activate that. So at the moment I purchased, I just activated my eSIM and it was readily usable. So the cost comes at $100, which is valid for about 90 days, and we get 50 GB of data. But that doesn't have call or message. But we are pretty good with that since we have our local. We have our Indian SIM which does that option. So check out your options. There are multiple eSIM providers, whichever you feel like the best ones. Use that because we had used Airalo in Dubai and Japan. It worked pretty good, so we just use that. So the prices are a bit expensive. It's same as that of US, but you would get all of the majority of the Indian grocery items which you are seeking here in Europe.
So the best thing about being in Europe is for all the devices, you don't have to use something different. You don't need an adapter, just a Indian charger or laptop charger. I mean, not the laptop charger, but the phone charger and everything just works perfectly fine. The uses 2 pin, just like this. That's it.
Hello all, good morning. So this is the second day of us being in Paris. So yesterday in the evening we came pretty much in the daytime around 7:30. So since the sun sets at around 9:30 in the evening, so we still had good daytime. We got some groceries and cooked home, and so yeah, I'd like to show you how our home in Paris looks like. So we are staying in an Airbnb apartment, so we get to feel what a localite living in Paris feels like. So this is how the home looks like. So this is early morning now, 6:30 a.m. So this is all the dishwasher, just like how it's in US. And these are all the utensils, compartments, and refrigerator. They have a cute little sofa here with all the books, and this is what the views are from the balcony. It's just so amazing. You can see the sun rays and also the buildings here. I'd like to show you outside as well. So the weather is pretty chill, guys. The temperature is around 10 to 12 degrees, which is very feasible because the harsh summers are yet to begin. So look at this beautiful view from the balcony. So yeah, if you are planning to come somewhere in mid-May, which we came at, make sure to get some cold jackets because the temperature here might still be cold, so that you don't have to go through with all these cold climates. So the temperature in probably May or late June would be extreme hot. So plan your package accordingly. So yeah, that's it. we'll start our day with some breakfast and then we'll see what we can do in the beautiful city of Paris. So we are in the area called as Montmartre, where you will be seeing the highest hill in Paris city, and it has one of the best panorama view of the Paris. So the place is the Basilica de Montmartre. So it's constructed with the white limestones, which is bright, and it cleans the surface by itself because it reacts with the rainwater and cleans the surface. People do here often tie the locks to make sure the relationship are intact throughout the lifetime. You can take cable cars from down to this because walking might be painful. After beautiful walk to Pigalle stations, so we wanted to head to the Arc de Triomphe. So we thought we'll take a metro. And the metro was pretty nice and convenient and right on time. So this majestic Arc de Triomphe reminded me of India Gate. So it was constructed by Napoleon Bonaparte, which honors the French soldiers who fought in the war. So the Battle of Austerlitz was fought between three emperors, Napoleon, Austria, and also the Russia. So this battle was fought in the year 1809 in Czech Republic. The battle was won by Napoleon with his strong army, but he deceived them by pretending to have a weaker army. And this is dedicated to all the soldiers who have fought in the war and were the reasons for the victory. And there's an eternal flame which is relit every evening since 1923. You can find the beautiful paintings for your wall right from the streets of Arc de Triomphe. Hey guys, so we have finally made it to, I don't have to introduce you to the Eiffel Tower. So this is one of the best places, the romantic places which you guys have always seen, and even we wanted to see it for a very long time, and then finally we are here. So this place was constructed by the man himself, Eiffel, in the year 1889. So this was constructed because of as part of the World Fair, and it's still residing here. Speculations are that the Eiffel Tower might be destructed by later this year, but I don't think this is the symbol of love for a lot of people, and this is a symbol of inspiration for many. So look at this gigantic architecture and just take a good pictures and enjoy your view. So the majority of the events like Olympics in 2024 or Tour de France, every featured sport would start from here or end here. Since it was built in 1889, it was built only to last for 20 years, but due to the usefulness of radio communication, it lasted for so long. It grows by 15 centimeters in height due to the summer heat. Seine River divides Paris into left and right banks. It crosses by many iconic landmarks. It was part of the UNESCO World Heritage Site. You can take the cruise in the night or in the morning and witness all the iconic landmarks along with a lunch or dinner. So, if you're wondering, will people in Paris speak English? The answer is yes, because we've been managing pretty good. A lot of people do speak English in restaurants and buses and everywhere. So, I'll give you three words which guys can use when in Paris or in France, which is bonjour means hello, and merci means thank you. You can use it anywhere in the restaurants and public places. And the third one is sortie. Sortie means the exit for you guys to understand where the exit stands at. The best thing here is they don't have a culture of tipping. So we had crepes and coffee at the restaurant nearby, and we didn't have to pay any tips, unlike in US where the sometimes tips is taken as granted. Um, and Yeah, I think it's pretty good. So if you want to use public transport, I would highly recommend go with the Navigo passes. So I'll explain what Navigo passes is because it took us a bit of time to understand how that works as. So Navigo passes comes in like full day passes of 1 day, 3 day, 5 days, or 7 days. We didn't take that. So what we did instead was we took a bunch of tickets in the Navigo card in an app. I'll be showing on the screen maybe, or I can just show it in the app. So what we do is we took a bunch of we took a bunch of 5 cards. So every tap, like, there are two things. One is buses and trams. The other is trains. So those two are two different tickets. So let's say if you have taken a ticket of buses, and then that lets you travel for 1.5 hour in any kind of buses and any number of buses, any number of trips, any number of destinations. So all of that has to happen in just 1.5 hours. So that comes at a cost of 2.05 euros. So let's say you have taken a tram or a train card. So for that, it will let you travel in any number of trains for the next 2 hours. So you don't have to spend in multiple tickets. You can use the same ticket to travel for the next 2 hours. So that's how it works. So yeah, I'll keep sharing. So from there, we headed to one of the beautiful places which hosted the 1792 French Revolution, and they also hosted the guillotine execution of King Louis and the Queen Mary. So the giant Louvre obelisk was gifted to France by Egypt in the 19th century. Next to me is Champs-Élysées, the one path which takes from Place de la Concorde to Arc de Triomphe. It's one of the beautiful parks and also part of Basilia Day military parade. So if you want to find some Indian restaurants from South India, North India, and also from Bangladeshi or Sri Lankan restaurants, you can check out this area called as Garudu Nord. You'll find a lot of grocery items where we picked up some items to cook for us in the Airbnb and went back to the room, cooked some delicious meal, and just took a good sleep before we start exploring the next day. Bonjour, everyone. This is Chetan Desai again from the Arc Travel. So, I'd like to give a couple of facts of France. So, the population of France is well about 7 crores, and it had fought a 100-year war with England. It was occupied by Germany in the year 1940 at the time of World War II, and the Charles de Gaulle Airport in Paris was named after the General of France who fought against the Nazis. And there are about 1 or 2 million foreign visits to the France in the last year, which is in 2025. And there was a Black Death, which was caused by plague pandemic, which killed about 17 million people in death, and which was about 50% of Europe's population. And there was also a Spain and France war in the year between 1635 and 1659. And July 14th would be the Saint Basilica Day. And for a fact that the Prime Minister of India will be visiting France, maybe for the G7 summit in the next coming month, which is from July 15 to 17, since he's on a visit to Europe for Nordic summit, since they European Union and India had a FTA recently. And the famous Emperor Napoleon is from France. There are about 9 national parks in entire France, and Emmanuel Macron is the president of France. And the entire region of France is divided into 18 regions, 101 departments, 335 arrondissements, 2054 cantons, 36,658 communes. And for a matter of fact that the headquarters of UNESCO and OECD resides in France. There are a lot of defense companies here in France, and if you know Rafale, which India buys from France as well as made here in Paris. So a couple of defense companies are Dassault, Thales, and Safran. The Paris Stock Exchange is one of the oldest and was created in the year 1724 here in Paris. And there are well-known valuable French companies, I guess you would be knowing Louis Vuitton, which is LVMH, L'Oreal, Society Generale, Chanel, Dior, and Givenchy. Those are all part of France again. And a total of 1 or 2 million international visits in 2025. Eiffel Tower had the maximum, which is for 6.2 million, and the other places being Louvre Museum, Museum National d'Histoire Naturelle, Pont du Gard, Arc de Triomphe, Saint Chapel, and many more. The noted cars of France being Renault, Piguet, and Citroën. After Paris region, French Riviera, Loire Valley are the second and the third leading tourist destinations. France is considered a world leader in nuclear tech. 70% of its electricity is generated by nuclear power. Only Slovakia and Ukraine are the next ones at 53 and 54%. After Germany, next is France and leading railroad network. High-speed trains such as Thales, Eurostar, and TGV, which runs at about 320 km per hour, runs in France. Les Shuttle railway service that transports road vehicles, passengers to Channel Tunnel. There are about 46 or 464 airports in France. That's a fascinating information as well. And the Paris metropolitan city has about 1.3 crores population. Um, Paris hosts a lot of sporting uh, tournaments. Among them are the Tour de France and Pentathlon as their major sport. And they also have the French Open, which is at Stade Roland Garros. That's also one among them. And a couple of interesting facts being the Julius Caesar conquered Paris from the Rome in the year 58 to 50 BC. In the 800 AD, Charles Magne, crowned emperor by Pope, his empire split into France, Germany, and Italy. 1889, Eiffel Tower was built for the World's Fair, which you guys have already know. And the French India colonized Puducherry, Karikal, Mahe, Yanam in the year 1674 until the year 1954. The Battle of Wandiwash in the year 1760 between the French and the British to rule India was fought here. Auroville, if you know, in Puducherry, was founded in the year 1968, which is also home for many French residents. 3 lakh Indians reside in France as of now. 300 million across 29 countries speak French. The word diplomacy is a French word. They invented cinema. Louis Pasteur invented germ theory, vaccinations, pasteurization. Marie Curie discovered the metric system. 90 million plus tourists, plus 400 plus cheese, 12 plus time zones, more than for any country. French was made the official language in the year 1539. So that's the fact, and I'll see you with more facts, and we'll explore the city. So the next comes the beautiful Gothic architecture, the Notre-Dame Cathedral. Notre-Dame means the one lady. It was constructed in the year 1163, which took about 200 years to complete. You can explore one of the finest Gothic architecture of Europe here. And in the year 2019, the major fire broke and the rooftop was completely destructed, but it was restored. And it's completely free. Do check this out if you want to explore one of the beautiful architecture here in Europe.
Today is the competition of the best baguette in all France. Contestants are over there.
Ever wondered how the croissants are made? Come, let's witness the history. This was part of the bread competition which held here in the month of May, and we were lucky enough to witness all these handmade, handcrafted, beautiful, delicious croissant, and we were lucky to have some of them as well. After walking for a couple of miles from there, crossing all the Seine River, witnessing all the Gothic architecture buildings, in Paris, everything is an architecture. So we finally entered the Louvre Museum. Earlier, it was a part of medieval fortress, but later it was converted to the museum. It hosts one of the major famous paintings. It's called as Mona Lisa. Hello, bonjour. So we have finally made it to one of the famous places in the world, famous museums in the world rather, which is the Louvre Museum, the one behind my back. So the pyramid-like structure is an entrance to this beautiful, gigantic museum which you guys see around me. So it's one of the world's biggest museums, and it's also home to the famous painting Mona Lisa. So this pyramid-like structure, and it was constructed in the year 1989, which is not that far, but the building what you guys see here was also administrative building a lot many years ago, and now it has completely turned into the museum. The entrance towards the museum is beneath this, which is underground, and you have to pay around 26 euros for the tickets. Let's go. Part of us being here was we could be part of the bread festival, which happened right in front of the Notre-Dame Cathedral. So we got to have chocolate croissant and also the apple tart, which was delicious. Must say that the kind of dough what they use inside, it's so crazy. I mean, I just love that. And it's also a part of the bread festival, which is celebrated in the month of May here in Paris. So if you are in Paris around May, please do check that out. These buildings host about 35,000 artist work. So when in Paris, you can't stop yourself from having beautiful croissants and a cup of coffee at a beautiful cafes. Mercy everyone for watching this beautiful vlog. Stay tuned for the part 2 and part 3, and until then, keep watching. We are in Europe.